Hey guys, make a pouch with me. This is what they're gonna look like. Just a little belt pouch, perfect for LARPing. Got a little tiny flap and a big old pocket. Here we go. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is cut out a big rectangle of whatever fabric you wanna use. This one is about 28 inches long by 12 inches wide. It's an approximate measurement. It doesn't have to be exact. So the next thing you're going to want to do is stitch down both your long sides. I did about a half an inch. I'm just eyeballing it. You can pin it down if you want to, but just stitch down both long sides all the way down. And of course, always snip your pesky little threads as you go so you don't have to deal with them at the end. So once you have both your long edges stitched down, you're going to figure out which side your fold is going to be on. So this is going to be the pocket. And you're going to take this raw edge and do a rolled hem. Now what I usually do to do a rolled hem is I'll give it a nice crisp little fold right at the top here. And then fold it one more time. I'll stitch this little front part down. And then I'll fold the rest of the way over as I go. So if you see like this, I have it folded twice. I'm just holding it. And I'm just going to hold it together as I stitch it. You can pin it down if that's easier. I'm lazy. You should pin it down because it'll look better, but I'm a lazy person and I'm doing a billion of these. So at this point, definitely go through and double check that you've trimmed any loose threads because we're going to start folding it now. At this point, you want to figure out how deep you want your pocket to be. If you want there to be a flap so it hangs over, just make sure there's 3 inches of space between where your fold is and the top of where your pocket is going to sit, because most belts are 2.5 to 3 inches typically. So you're going to figure out wherever your 3-inch mark is. Mine's right about here. And then you're going to take this and flip it inside out so it's facing the other way. So here we have it sitting like this. The pouch part is inside out. Make sure you have your fabric facing the way you want it. Again, the other end we're going to leave undone for now because it's going to get done at the very end. So we're going to go ahead and stitch from here to here on both sides so that we then have our pocket. So now that it's all sewn, it should look like this. You should have a little inside out pocket here. Just go ahead and flip that guy inside. So it should look like this. Make sure to push out your corners so they're nice and pointy. And so what we're going to do next is probably the most complicated part of this whole thing. What you're going to do is we're going to take this little fold here and lay it flat, and we're going to stitch this each side here down. I'll show you on. Here we go. So I'll usually start from just on the other side of the seam for the pocket and just stitch this down so that this whole raw edge is hidden. So this is going to be folded over. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we're going to finish it up. So now that both sides are stitched down, what we're going to do is we're going to do a rolled hem again on this top edge, and then we'll sew the part for the belt loop. So again, rolled hem is just you do one fold and then another fold, and you make sure it's all laying nice and flat as you stitch it down. Again, you can pin any part of this if that's easier for you. I'm just a lazy sewist and I don't like pinning things. We're so close to being done. Now for the only part where measuring actually matters. This is a little 3-inch clip measure. I got them on Amazon. They're real handy. What you're only going to do is make sure that you have 3 inches from the top edge of your pouch, because you don't want to sew over that, to where your fold is. So I'm going to fold this and then I'll record again. So you can see here we've got from the top of the fold to right before where our actual pocket is about 3 inches. Now I'm going to go and mark this with chalk. You can do it with a pencil if it'll show on your fabric, or a erasable pen. Whatever will, come off your fabric when you inevitably rinse it off or wash it off or dust it off. I use these little chalk triangles that I got off Amazon. They're easy. They show up on most fabrics. I got a pack that has a bunch of different colors, so they work really great for that. So I'll just go along it and measure and then draw my chalk line. And this is the part where you really should pin it so that it doesn't come undone. I'll usually just throw like a pin right here, a pin right here, and then you just want to go along this and make sure you're not catching this edge if you've got it pretty close. And there you have it. A really cool, nifty-wifty little belt pouch. So you've got your pocket here, and then you stitched along this line here. So you've got a hole for your belt to go through, and I like chalk because it'll just wipe off. Easy peasy. And you can do that with pretty much every fabric, any fabric ever. I've done some spooky ones here because I'm going to be vending at an event. This is one made out of the leg of a jean. The possibilities really are endless, and you can make it bigger or smaller depending on what you need. These are kind of a medium size. I've got small hands, but you can see it's kind of a medium size. I can fit like a phone in here or like a drink or something, carry it around with me, and it's going to be sturdy enough. I will go through and iron all this so it's nice and crisp. You don't have to. Yeah, just make sure to go through and trim out all your threads so that you don't have a bunch of little threads hanging off. And ta-da, you've made a pouch. Congratulations, you've done it. Huzzah!